Hey everybody, this is Milesluigi welcoming you back to Let's Sequence Break the Shit out of Metroid Zero Mission, which we've already done plenty of. As you see, I have the Varia suit and I haven't even gone into Norfair. Now, half the reason you get the Varia suits normally, whether you sequence break it or not, is no high charge beam, high charge beam. It protects you against superheated areas along with the half damage decrease, so that's really neat and cool. Yeah, that heat's protection is actually something that will become crucial to another sequence break I'm doing, which is hence why I got the virus suit early. It wasn't just for the sake of doing things in a weird and wacky order. Granted, that is a good enough reason for me to get the various suit early, but it's actually going to be important for another sequence break I'm doing. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, I'm going to be in superheated areas way before I'm supposed to go into them. But anyway, this little bit of exposition is supposed to show us, oh hey, here's Mother Brain, she knows we're here, blowing crud up. Samus, one man, well, technically one woman army, but you're not supposed to know that. See, you play the original Metroid and you're not told Samus is a girl till the end of the game. But anyway, actually, before I go to the left here, which is where I'm going to be going now that we're in Norfair, you can go to the right, and you know, there is this save room, which is actually a pretty neat save room. It is technically possible to make it up here, and I'm only going to try once. By the way, that lava is actually deadly to me. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Up ahead, and I want to actually show this off. This might take a couple of tries, though. One moment, please. Of course, you have this second bomb jump set you have to make. I hate this bomb jump. And it's for nothing! Son of a... Alright, you go through all this bomb jumping efforts, and then the game has the audacity to put one of these things in your way. And this thing just magically disappears after you get past here, you know? It's just here to prevent a specific sequence, which is, well, to be frank, the item that we're going to end up getting. A very useful item. If I had to do a playthrough, well, I'd probably challenge myself to do a playthrough without this item, and I think it would be technically possible, but good lord, would it be difficult also. Lava! Okay, back on track here, back what I was talking about. Alright, jumping through here. I do believe we have a power-up coming up ahead. It's just a regular missile expansion. This can be gotten... Well, just think about the power-up. We're going to need to actually legitimately get this. Let's see if my bomb jumping skills rusted or not. Or maybe, you know, we could just go ahead and pick it up a little eeny-weeny ahead of time. Why don't we do that? You're playing the original Metroid. You come up to a wall like this. You don't know what to do. The original Metroid had walls in Norfair that worked like this wall here all over the place. And a lot of them would go to nowhere. One of the things I really liked about this, well, version of the game, you know, it was remade from the original Metroid, but they basically just cleaned up a whole lot of, I guess, paths to nowhere. The original Metroid just led you nowhere a lot, and it was really annoying. If you ever try to play the original Metroid without a map or without playing this game, holy crud. I mean, even after playing this game and going back to the original Metroid, it can get really confusing at times. Just utterly, totally, completely confusing. And then I think about how confusing it gets, and I think, oh well, this is how Pop-Tart feels when he plays Super Metroid. But Super Metroid will be a topic of another discussion. I actually kind of want to do a Let's Sequence Break the Shit out of Metroid Super Metroid, but that's another time. We're going to go ahead and pick up another one of the required items in this game, which is an unknown item. So there's 3 of these in the game. All of them are required to pick up, and for the time being, they are incompatible with our current suit. They will play a role much later in the game, but know for now that we pick them up and they do nothing for us. So, do I want that missile? I don't want that missile expansion. We'll skip that one. Why? Who knows? Frankly, I've been deciding on a whim the missile expansions that I'm picking up and which ones I have not. And it's going to be a pain in the butt later on when I decide to get missile expansions. Now, you can, because there's a big, gigantic pillar over here, wall jump over it, bomb jump over it. There's not really much of interest to the right that we can really do at all, so that's going to end up being completely useless and utterly not useful for us. Now, the area we are in right now, CHOZO Ruins, was not in the original Metroid, and oh, hey there. Anyway, you're supposed to struggle around until you realize you can break the one block that I just broke out of instant because I've played this game so much. And that will lead us into a very secret and a very useful power-up, mind you, and a required one, the Power Grip. I mentioned this earlier when I sequence broke the Varia suit. I don't exactly know how that's supposed to be pronounced. This lets you hang on the ledges and stuff like this. Holy crud, could this have been useful last part. But because of that one Orby thing that's in our way in the one room, this is one of the required items in the game. And yeah, it's a really useful item. By the way, can I... Oh, I messed up, pal. Oh, I missed. Here I am trying to beat the statue up, and I don't even be able... Come on, come on. I'm not that bad at wall... Thank you. I'll take that. It's fun to see if you can beat the statue all the way up, but because of these ledges on the left and right, you actually can't wall jump your way up. You'll have to wait for the statue to fully appear. But Crateria, which is the area we are currently in, actually really wasn't in the original Metroid at all. I think it was added to Metroid Zero Mission just to create a little bit more continuity with Super Metroid, which is alright. Plus, it also gives us access to our ship. Hey, I landed right on the ship platform. It's a save point and full weapons and energy restore, so it's always a good idea to go back to your ship whenever you can, although usually your ship is pretty far out of the way, so where it's just usually better to just grind your health and missiles back from enemies rather than running all the way back to the ship. It's normally out of the... Whoa, I can't go that way. It's normally just utterly out of the way, so... And I guess that block is there, so you have to get the unknown... Well, you need the unknown item to... I don't even know why that block is. Oh, wait. That's right. That block is there, so you don't go to your ship backwards. That's right. Holy crud, I just remembered. Lore path. It's a dead end with a power-up. I believe I was mentioning the original Metroid had a lot of dead ends. There were a lot of dead ends. Some of them had power-ups, some of them did not. Compared to this game and heck any other Metroid, usually you run into a dead end that will have a power-up at the very least. Holy crud, am I getting my butt wall up there? Just got caught up in the spot. But this is kind of one of the spots I've been talking about. It just isn't an enemy that appears out of the pipe. And if you keep shooting the enemy that appears out of the pipe, you're able to just grind your stuff back. And just doing this is significantly quicker than running all the way back to your ship all the way out in Crateria, because frankly Crateria is normally really far out of the way from your current location. So just do this till you get all your stuff back, and it's like, well, now we're ready to go on our merry way, and there's save stations all over the place. Why in the world would I run back to the ship? So the ship was novel while it lasted, but, well, that will about do it. I think we're going to go ahead and continue on, because otherwise this episode would have been a little teeny bit short, so... We're going to go ahead and continue the game as we normally would. As you can see, the power grip. Woohoo! Does it make things useful. Now, these stupid things, you have to diagonally shoot downwards to kill them. Or you can shoot directly downwards. Why don't I go ahead and show that? But otherwise, they're normally kind of really annoying because they're just like these weird cannon things just laying on the ground, and Samus kind of bounces off of them like that. But anyway, you either have to do that or diagonally shoot downward. Now, there's a missile tank we can get up there with some clever bomb jumping, but I don't feel like wasting 15 minutes to get it right now. So it's just going to be one that I'm going to call don't feel like getting right now. And it looks like maybe there's a secret here, but you know, you'd be wrong. Completely, utterly, super duper wrong. I've never figured out whether these things are like eggs or bubbles. If it's eggs or bubbles. I guess natural instinct tells me they're eggs because bubbles would pop easier than eggs? I'm not entirely certain. Here's a room that there's some power up in this room that I don't feel like getting. It's not an important room, but it is a superheated room, so normally you're supposed to go in there, you're supposed to go, oh shoot, it's a superheated room. I'm pretty SOL unless I had the Varia suit. Well, I do have the Varia suit. This is one of those rooms where if you could theoretically sequence break the power grip, good luck. All the diagonal bomb jumping you would have to do. There's probably some masochist that's done that. Anyway, there's a super missile door behind us that just magically appeared. We can't go back for some reason. And there is an ice beam. Now, the ice beam is required to beat the game, but I'm not going to pick it up right now because I'm a masochistic son of a bitch. I'm instead just going to continue on because there's nothing stopping us from continuing on. And we'll see how in the world do I get through the next set of areas without the ice beam on the next episode of Let's Sequence Break the Shit Out of Super Metroid. And yes, I know it says star in the corner. That's because if we look at the map button, please, which is start. Okay, I thought it was like that's just Bryn Star. It says star. I know, Bryn Star. It confused me too. Anyway, this has been Milesluigi. See you all next time! There's actually not too much to go over with the normal run other than that I actually don't skip over the Ice Beam for this time being. As I mentioned last time, the Ice Beam will become a required item, but it's not required right away. Why don't we go ahead and get this heal? Ice Beam, why don't I go ahead and show it off here just a little bit before we end the video. It will freeze enemies, and freezing enemies means you can stand on them like platforms. So all the rippers we've been seeing so far, we can, well, freeze them and jump on top of them. Matter of fact, why don't I show this section how it's normally done. You see the ripper, you freeze the ripper, and then you jump on them, and then you go to the next room. So, that's all. See you all next time.